Don't know what I'm there, but my battery went. Don't know if you can hear this. Don't know what I'm there, but my battery went. Yeah, I forgot to plug. I forgot to plug my lead in. Normally I plug a lead in, but because I were only doing a quick test to see if things were working correctly, because I've been having a lot of bother the past 2 or 3 days. I I didn't plug my lead in, but I think the battery on this particular phone's getting a bit lame. And I've noticed it happen before when I've not plugged the lead in. It's just for some reason just crashed off YouTube. I don't know why it does it. I could tell the numbers dropped down, and I looked across and I could see the screen were blank on phone. So I don't quite know what happened there, but we're back again now. Can't believe the difference in weather. If we go back to 3 o'clock this morning, it was just a total white out blizzard, and now there's nothing. And it was gone by 7 o'clock this morning. I woke up this morning and I just quickly looked on my phone at CCTV cameras, thinking, "Oh my God, what's it going to be like outside?" Nothing, totally clear. But yet, when I went to bed, it were white over. You know, this is not my usual position. There's somebody parked in my spot that I usually go in, but somebody's parked there, and I won't mind. They're not even the person who's parked there has no interest whatsoever in railways or anything. He's just parked up there, stirring it, a laptop or something. I don't really know. Not sure, but hello, Bria. How are we doing? How's it going? Yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's been snowing here all night, but you won't believe it to look at it now. I don't know what that is going past. I can't even see the tracks where I'm parked here. I think it's the empty. Yeah, it is the empty log train that's going up to Horton and Ribblesdale Quarry to bring tomorrow's logs back. Hello, Owen OG12. How are we doing? Like I, like I said, this is just a test stream, really. I just wanted to see that things were functioning back to normal again. They were been terrible past 2 days, but I am going to start doing things a little bit different. I'm going to do a video once a week, starting this next week. One day, I need to look at timetables to decide where I'm going to travel about a bit, rather than just sit in one location. You know what I mean? Going to a quarry. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's not going to. There is one that goes up empty to Horton and Ribblesdale Quarry. No, that. Sorry, that's going to Carlisle. Is that? I have no idea why they divert it like they do. over the settled Carlisle line, especially on a Sunday, and especially that it's empty, so it can maintain a good speed. So I don't actually know why they do that, why they send the empties back, but that's got a huge diversion. It goes through Bamber Bridge, Pleasanton, Cherrytree, Blackburn, Clitheroe, Hellifield, Settle, then all the way up through North Yorkshire to Carlisle, and then goes on its way to wherever it gets its logs from. So why they divert it round there, I can understand it during week because it's full of logs and it's heavy and it's slow, so they can't have it on the main line. I get that, but on a Sunday I don't see why it needs to be diverted on a Sunday, because there's a weasel just run past me, or some sort of, like a very long slim ferret just run across front of the car. It looked like a ferret, but it was right long and skinny, like a draft excluder on legs. Anyway, yeah, it's going up to Carlisle, is that, not the quarry, but there is an empty that goes up to the quarry which comes back again. That empty that you've just seen that's just gone past, usually runs during the night, but for some reason it comes up Sunday afternoon empty, you know. Yeah, it could be, I don't know. It were black and it were very long and skinny. It were about the length of a, if you will, like a kitchen roll holder, a kitchen roll tube with no kitchen roll on it, with 4 little legs and a tail, and it just shot across the road in front of me. And it were black, or certainly dark coloured. It ran across under the car that's parked in my spot, and ran across and disappeared through the fence where I'm normally parked. It just looked like a stretched ferret, a skinny stretched ferret. Bring it home for me. Yeah, she'd make light work of it. She won't kill it though, she'd just play with it and bat it around the floor. She does that with spiders. She never kills them, she just batters them around for a bit. Should have seen her last night at Winder, bashing Winder, because at snowflakes, she's never seen snowflakes before. And they were landing up Winder, they were, so she was just stood there, bash, 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 bash. Hello, Herv Arcella. Next train, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea, because I haven't got my iPad with me today. Like I said, this was only just a little test really, and I've not brought my iPad, so I can't even get the timetable up. But just off memory, I think the next train will be a Pendolino coming towards the camera, and then I think there'll be a class 331 at 27 minutes past going away from the camera, and that's just off from memory. Yeah, everything seems to be working okay now, Sean. I don't know what's been going on for the past 2 days. Thursday, Friday, and well, I never tried on Saturday. I left it, and it just, every time I went live and I looked at the views, it just said 1 person viewing, and that was it. You know. But I'm going to change things around a bit. I was talking to a couple of people last night who were giving me advice and ideas, and I'm going to have a little change. Yeah, no problem, Herv. Yeah, I think they've been having problems because earlier on in week, for some reason, on other live streams, the chat wasn't working. Every time you entered something into the chat, it kept coming up with a red error box. And then when I went live here on Thursday, in this position, I weren't actually in this, but I'm only got this view today because there's somebody in my spot where I normally park. But it just said 1 viewer, and I've been running for like 10 minutes, 1 viewer, and I thought, there's no way can it run. I mean, I were watching on my iPad, so were I the only viewer? Yeah, this is I'm just outside of Preston, and there's this is the main line, but there's also the branch line that leads off to Blackburn, York, Leeds, West Yorkshire, and North Yorkshire, basically. You know. But I'm going to make a bit of a travelling video. I'm just going to pick a day this week. I'm going to study the timetables and pick a good day and actually go for a ride on a train somewhere and video it. I can't live stream it because you just can't rely on networks and things when you're actually on a train and travelling about a bit, but I will make, a video. So I'm going to try and do one a week, like a travelling video, just to try and mix it up. Yeah, that were a class, I didn't actually see it, I think that were a class 195 that just shot past then. I didn't notice whether it had a pantograph on top or not. I think it was the Windermere to Manchester Airport that just went past then. Class 195. I'll wind my window down, then it gives you a bit more external. It's only because I've got my engine running that I've put the camera in a position where you can hear the externals a bit. Camera, microphone, shall I say. Yeah, I think that was a class 195 going to Manchester Airport. Usually 25 past the hour. There's a very slow one that goes to Blackpool North. But like I say, it is Sunday, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I love trains, excellent. Well, you've come to the right channel if you love trains. Unfortunately, you won't see that many today, with it being a Sunday, but we try his best. Hello, Varun, Othni, Maruth, Fabian, how are we doing? Sorry, I can't probably not said your name right, but unfortunately YouTube now puts everybody's handle up rather than the channel name, so Yeah, just open the window slightly, Tommy, then you can just hear out there. I'll bring it back in again, microphone. I popped it outside. I have to go for tea, but I'll be back. Okay, no problem. Yes. What we're going to say. What we're going to say. I was going to say something there. It's going out of my mind. Just double tap your screen, correct? Just like that. Tap, tap. I've altered the way things are working here on my phone. There's some sort of update took place, and now it's working correct. Well, it's not. Everything's working, but it's you've got to do different things to. Yes, there is, Tommy. Somebody in my usual spot it's the same person who was in my usual spot. I think last time we spoke, they're in a little Land Rover Freelander, and I won't mind. They're not even into railways or anything. They just park there and park very badly as well. Actually, they're about 10 mile off curb on a funny angle. Hello, Anuja, Anujam. How are we doing? But they are in my usual. They're actually not in my spot, but they're parked adjacent to where I normally park, so I can't park there. Because if I park outside of him, then that's it. It's road closed. You know what I mean? And there goes the Northern Class 331 heading for Blackpool North. Yeah, because I brought my other camera with me, I did, to get some different footage, but because he's parked there, I can't see over the fence or through it. Unfortunately, he's scupping my plans. I brought me what I call my big camera with me, my Sony AX53, and you can zoom in for miles with it. And because he's parked there, I can't use that. Either in the car or gone for. No, he's just one chap sat in his car. He looks like he's doing work on a laptop or something. He's got his head facing downwards, as if he's on a laptop or something. I've seen him here a few times. He just comes and parks, but he parks really badly. I'll send you a photograph, Tommy, then you'll understand. He parks about 10 mile away from the curb. It's unbelievable. I just sent you a picture, Tommy. You can see the photo for yourself, Tommy, where he's parked. Lots of vibration on this fence, which is not my usual fence. Are they in? Send your little mink friend to chew the wiring on it. Yeah, he won't be. I can't see the little mink chap coming past again, because since he went across, there's been about 4 people with dogs walk past. Very windy. I'm surprised there's so much movement, because this fence I'm at is a very good solid fence with no rattling it. I just don't understand why there's a bit of sideways movement. Hello, Victor Lopez. How are we doing? Hello from Mexico. Welcome. How's life in Mexico? Yeah, you've seen the photo, Tommy. He's like skew width and about 2 foot between his wheel and the curb edge. It's almost abandoned. Victor Lopez. Excellent. Yeah, it's certainly not the best bit of parking, Tommy, that is for sure. Here goes the now that's the class 195 that's just gone past, and I can tell you that's going to Barrow-in-Furness. Questionable part, yeah, very much so, but problem is this is just it's a dead end go to nowhere road, you see, so the only people that come down this road are dog walkers and the occasional horse rider. And that's about it. I can hear a dog barking, but I can't see it. Very much questionable, yeah. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, double tap your screen. Subscribe if you want. You don't need to, like, but it's always good. It's what makes it worthwhile. Hello, Zandy. Zandy, how are we doing? How's it going? How are we doing? How's life in the Philippines? I'm guessing it's around, let me just take a guess here. I reckon it's about 9:30 in the evening where you are. Am I right? 8:30, 9:30 in the evening. I'm just giving you a spanner. Very windy here. You'll have to apologise for the camera shake. The wind is blowing strongly. And it's a cold wind as well, a very cold wind. I was watching your stream earlier on. You still haven't found me a wife yet. No, I'm not looking for a wife, I'm only joking. I've no intentions on getting remarried again. It's bitter cold, that wind, but there's no more snow forecast. I found. Excellent. Hello, Hans Kugler. Hans Kugler. When is the next train coming? I'm not right sure, unfortunately, because this is only like a little test I'm doing today, and I've not brought my iPad with me, so I can't just quickly look at the timetable. I usually have an iPad here with the diagrams on, but unfortunately I can't see. I'm going to have to put my engine on as well. It's absolutely freezing here. I'll just wind my window up, then you can't hear it. It's really cold. But yeah, unfortunately I haven't got the timetable to hand, and it's getting very windy. As you can tell, the camera's shaking. It's a bit annoying. I don't know why it is. It's clamped tight to a fence, and the fence looks pretty secure to me. One of the fences on the other side of the bridge was a little bit wonky, and it blew around in the wind, but I did a bit of a repair on it to stop it. But this one's pretty solid, and yet there's definitely, as you can see, a camera shake. I don't know why. I'll just have a look, see if I can get a timetable on this phone while I'm still live. Yeah, I can tell you the next train to pass. What time is it now? 3:30. There's going to be one in 2 minutes, and it's going to be the London Euston to Glasgow Central. And oh, hang on, no, there's one coming here now. Class 331 going to I don't know where off the top of my head. Manchester Piccadilly, that's going to. That's early. That shouldn't be here yet. That shouldn't have been come past here until 37, but anyway. There should be a Pendolino due any minute. Harmonic wind caused resistance, yes. Love watching planes as well. God, that wind is really blowing my mind. It's so annoying when it's windy like this. If I'd have known it was this bad, I'd have mounted the camera on a different post, you know, to try and reduce it a bit. But I didn't realise it was this windy. Love watching planes, yeah. Fortunately, you can't see many around here. I'm not that far from Manchester Airport either, but if you want, there is a channel in Scotland called SG Planes. That's a good channel to watch if you like planes. Hello, Shea. How we doing? If you stick a plank against the post, it may stiffen it. The other post is it's a steel post. This is where I can't understand the vibrations coming from. It's not a wooden fence. It's a steel heavy fence. I just don't understand where the vibrations coming from. You know what I mean? It's hello, Mr. Cute G. Cute G. How we doing? Hi from Gib. Gib. Don't know where Gib is. It's obviously an abbreviation for something. Gibraltar, perhaps. Hello, that Pennsylvania rail fan. I know where you are. Metal still vibrate. Oh yeah, it is. But these are set in concrete and everything. But I am just gonna nip out the car and just see if I can tighten it up slightly. Absolutely solid as a rock. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the United Kingdom in Lancashire near Preston. I've just tightened the clamp up a bit, but what I have done is tied the power lead up. The power lead was just dangling straight down under the camera, so I've tightened it up. Hello, Cyrax 18D. Hello from South Africa. How are we doing? The sun's shining here now. Yeah, the power lead was just free hanging, plugged into the bottom of the camera. I've tightened that up. I've tied that up, but I think I'm just gonna have to put over it, unfortunately. Nothing more I can do. But like I say, it's not my regular spot, this. I'm usually in a more sheltered location on the other side of the bridge. struggling to stick screen at the moment because of the sun. Yeah. Yeah, it's not so bad. Unfortunately, iPhones are pretty good at getting rid of too much movement. They've got good stabilisation in them, you know, but it doesn't work that really well on a live stream. Just have a quick look at the timetable, see what's due. Nothing for another 3 minutes. London Euston to Edinburgh, and that's going to be another Pendolino. It's just all passenger services, unfortunately, on a Sunday. It's a bit quiet. Like I say, I won't be on that long today. It's just a bit quiet, you know. Not much happening. Like I say, I only just did it as a test because I've been having streaming problems for the past couple of days for some reason. Well, usually during the week I'm here for I usually pull up here because there's a lot more trains during the week. I usually do about 3 hours. I mean, sometimes I've done longer, a lot longer. Yeah, I don't know when the next rail tour is. I haven't looked. There'll certainly be one on Saturday and probably one or two during the week, but I haven't looked at the rail tour website yet for this coming week. So I don't know. There was one on Saturday just gone, but and plus we had the Royal train as well last week. We had the King's train last Friday, but it came very early in the morning. And then went and disappeared and came back again, straight back again without him. So he must have found an alternative. Phone's ringing now. I just can't answer this phone call. just had to take that phone call then. Four lines in one spot. Are there places with more than this? Oh yeah, probably is. I mean, there's more than four lines here. There's two more onto the right that you can't see off the camera. You know what I mean? Hello, Melrose Nichols. How we doing? But yeah, there is actually there's a sidings just to the right of the camera that you can't see, where they just bust to two buffer stops. It's very rarely used. Every now and then, when there's a rail tour on, they use the sidings to uncouple the steam engine and attach a diesel engine, and the steam engine goes back up the line to Carnforth, and the diesel engine continues down south with the rail tour. You know what I mean? They use it for that. Because I saw it about 6 months ago. It was Blue Peter steam engine. It had been down the Settle and Carlisle line, and it pulled in here, stopped, unhooked, and a ScotRail Class 47 took over, and away they went the different directions basically. Hello, Patricia. How we doing? Hello, Anchor Mihalviazes. Sorry, I'm not saying your name right. It's very difficult that YouTube have changed the way they display people's names. If I can just, I can cheat and do Patricia Sepulveda. There we go. That's one way of doing it. Let's have a look at this one. Anchor Mihela Vlaza. How we doing? Hello, Frog VR. So cold today, it's unbelievable. It feels it's a cold wind, but it's actually 5 degrees outside, according to my thermometer. Pardon me. Yeah, around that corner there, you can't see it off camera, but you go around the corner, there's like a bit of a holding area, because every now and then they hold things there. There must be another siding somewhere. I can't. Hello, Apton C. How's life in Russia? I presume you're in Russia. Yeah, like a holding area for special trains and things. Hello, Fulu Tamang. How we doing? Sheldon Cooper, USA TV character, would love this. Lol. I don't know who Sheldon Cooper is. If you are Russian, write me. I'm not Russian, I'm afraid. I'm in the United Kingdom. I am in England, and I'm English. I'm not Russian, I'm afraid. I'm a long way from Russia. Hello again, Patricia. Next train, not right sure, but there'll be something soon. Yeah, I can't read what you're saying, unfortunately. About, yeah, I don't know what you're saying. About what? About. One more about, and that'll be it, I'm afraid. Oh dear. You were doing so well there, whatever you're called, Aptem. But I'm afraid we're going to have to part company. Goodbye, God bless, that's what it's about. Am I retired? No. Good question, that. No, not really. Not officially, anyway. That's as much as I'm prepared to say. Hello, Bet Turlak Kanji. How we doing? Oh, the sun is so bright here at the moment I can't see the screen or anything. It's pretty mind-boggling trying to see the screen. And there goes the class 331, and that is off to Blackpool North. Can't tell you that much for free. This is so relaxing. Yes, that's what you want. Spinning for winning. Location, yes, I'm in the UK, the United Kingdom. I'm near a city called Preston that's in a county called Lancashire. Next train, not right sure, but there'll be something soon. I haven't got a timetable on me. I normally have, but I haven't got it on me today. I've left my iPad at home, so I've no information, I'm afraid. I can get the diagram up and have a quick look at the diagram, but see what the movements are, if there is any. Oh, we've got something peculiar approaching. 1Z71. What the hell's that? It's a. Oh no, it's just a Trans-Pennine. Sorry, nothing exciting. Just lit up on the diagram as a different. We just lit up on the diagrams as a different colour. Daniel Rogers, how are we doing? Yeah, I looked on the diagram then and it was lit up in bright blue and I thought, oh, this is interesting. Is this something different coming? But sadly, it's just a run-of-the-mill Trans-Pennine. It's going to be passing any moment. Hello, Georgina Devine from Sedgeburg. How are we doing? I bet you had some snow up there. I mean, it snowed every last night here, but there's nothing now. But I bet you got a dollop. For sure. When I went to bed last night about, it was late, in the wee hours, shall we say. It was like a blizzard. And yet, when I got up this morning, you'd never have believed it. There were not a single bit of white anywhere. It had all gone. It had rained and washed it all away. But when I went to bed, it was absolutely hammering it down. Because the cats were going mad. It kept scratching at window because it's only a 2-year old, this cat, and it's never seen snowflakes, so it were baffled with him. Ah, that's why it was lit up blue, that train, because it was a... God, I can't remember what class that is that's just gone past. One of the... what class was that? Anybody in chat know what that class? Yeah. Daniel Rogers. Good, thanks, Rich. It looks reasonably nice in Preston today. It was heavy snow here in Wrexham, but then it rained heavy and it was gone. That's correct. Exactly the same here. Only seen your glass of snowball, yeah. Catch you later, Pennsylvania Rail fan. Yeah, Daniel Rogers, that was exactly the same here. It was snowing like hell. I remember looking at 3 o'clock this morning and it was absolutely bucketing it down with snow. And I thought, oh, it's going to be a slushy mess at morning. And when I got up, nothing. Not a single drop of snow. Couldn't believe it. And now, as you can see, the sun's shining. You couldn't make it up, could you? Hello, James O'Reilly. How are we doing? Hello from 74 degrees, sunny Marco Island, Florida. Yes, now we're jealous. That's the place to be. Florida, correct. I could manage that, 74 degrees. It's about 5 degrees here at the moment. 45. I don't know what that is in old money, but 4 or 5 degrees centigrade here. So I presume you're 74 is Fahrenheit, so about 32. So you're talking late 20s in centigrade for your temperature, so it's very warm where you are. Say hello to the carer here. Hello, carer. How are you doing? How's it going? What's the carer's name? Seems a bit weird saying hello, carer. What's that brown looking beam in the middle of the track? That is a piece of old track. Is that brown looking beam? It's a piece of old rail that's, for some reason, has been... In fact, it's more than one piece. It's 3 lengths of rail. Obviously very old because they don't use that style of rail now. They don't use joined, bolted joined rail now. They're all the rails now are one piece all the way through. A bit of rusty rail, yeah, that's what it is. When they don't use that now. If you watch them lay track now, they're it's all one length now, all welded. I forgot what they call it. There's a word for it. I can't think of the word's gone from me. Thermic welding, I think it's called. Is it a gas tank? If you're wording what the thing is in the middle is. No, there's 3 rails. I don't know which There's 3 lengths of rail. Is it whereabouts on the picture we're looking? Is it, if you're looking from left to right, you've got 1 rail, 1 track, 2 tracks, and then you've got the brown thing. Is that what you're on about? Or are you on about after the 3rd track, that sort of like brown circular thing that's between the 3rd and the 4th track? Is that what you're talking about? Between track 2 and 3 there is 3 lengths of old rail, and between track 3 and 4 that brown round thing is actually, it's just the way which way the picture is, but it's actually the insulator on the overhead cable. Hello, Andy Storch, how are we doing? Yes, I remember you. I remember your surname anyway. Yeah, that brown round thing between track 3 and 4, just near the points, is actually an insulator that's attached to the pole that the overhead wiring's on, if you will. You know, it's a porcelain pot insulator, obviously, because it's 25,000 volts, so you don't want that wired directly to pole. When does the train arrive? Well, there'll be something soon, I don't know when. Like I say, I haven't got my iPad on me to look at the yeah, you've pretty much had the same weather as we've had here, except it it started raining sometime in the very early hours, because I woke up about 8 a.m. and the snow was gone. And when I went to bed, and it was late when I went to bed, it was probably about 2:30, it was white over. Many trains every few minutes. Yeah, it varies. You get clumps, you know what I mean? During week, you get a quiet quarter of an hour between half past the hour and 1:45. For some reason, it's just a lull. But this is obviously a Sunday, so it's quiet generally, you know what I mean? But yeah, all the passenger services, the fast ones, they're all, well, we don't have intercity now. We don't call them intercity, but they do the same job as the intercity trains used to do. You know, that was like an 80s, 90s thing, intercity. But it's the same trains, doing the same journeys, but they're more modern trains, you know what I mean? They're not locomotive hauled like they used to be. Did you know on April Fools they put a class 555 on the Heathrow Express? Excellent. No, I didn't know that. Hello, Julian, Alex, how we doing? Shout out to the Sedgeburg community, first responders, yes. A big shout out to the Sedgeburg Sedgeburg community first responders. They do an excellent job. Where is this? Yes, I'm in I'm in Lancashire, in the UK, United Kingdom, in Lancashire. Andy Storch, you you're not looking on YouTube, but I'm on YouTube on live panels several times a week. Everybody who knows me knows who I am and what I look like because I'm on live panels, sort of like Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. I was on 2 different live panels last night. You know what I mean? I'm all over the show, so everybody's seen me. There's no need for a face reveal because you only need to look on YouTube and I'm there. There's a good chance I'll be on a panel tonight somewhere. You know what I mean? I do my own live panel every Thursday at 9 o'clock. I'm on there. I was working for Dutch Bahn and Romanian Railways. Excellent. A live panel where there's a few people on YouTube talking amongst themselves. Usually get up to like 10 people on, all talking, and you can see their faces and the rooms that they're in and everything, and all having a chat and one thing and another. And that happens several times a week, does that? And I'm on quite a few. I'm on 3 or 4 a week anyway, and sometimes I'm on more. It just depends who's on and what's about, and I just dive in there. So everybody's seen me. I don't need to do a face reveal because everybody knows me. I looked on your channel, but I don't see it. No, you won't see one on the railway channel. You won't do. But you have to. You see, you won't be able to find me because you don't know the people's panels I go on. You know what I mean? I go on lots of different panels on other channels. You see, so I'm everywhere. Every time I switch YouTube on at home on my computer and look through other people's channels, I'm there. I'm sick of seeing myself, to be honest with you. What night is it on? Yeah, on Thursday night I'm live, but I'm not live on this channel. I have another channel that I do my live streams, my physical live streams on. You know what I mean? I don't do them on this one. I don't get railways mixed up with normal life. You know what I mean? I keep them separate. This channel is purely railways only. But my other channel, I just do live streams on. Every Thursday at 9 p.m. But you see, because obviously this is railways, and obviously a lot of young folk watch it. So if we're doing live panels where it's more adult and people are just talking generally, it's not really for young folk. So that's why I keep it separate. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's not so many people, not so many trains run on a Sunday, So I keep it separate. You know what I mean? I keep the trains separate from other things, But there we go, basically. Any other questions? Yeah, it's always quiet on a Sunday. I don't know what's coming next, but there will be something. Rest assured. pull my sunriser down, and there's a letter popped out that I should have put in postbox about 4 days ago. I forgot. Hello, Dave Shaw. How are we doing? Long time no speak. Yes, I'm Richard, not Robert, but I don't mind. For some reason, I seem to have picked up a bit of a cold from somewhere. Close enough, correct. And the train. Very quiet at the moment. This train's due because I can see him in Preston Station on the platform. It is very quiet, unfortunately, as to be expected for a Sunday, sadly. Hello, Lewis. How are we doing? And the train. Don't forget, double tap the screen if you're new here. And subscribe if you want to. But it isn't mandatory. Subscribe and like. It's free. Correct. You've got it. If you want to be involved in the monthly draw, become a member for the princely sum of 99 pence a month. You will be entered into the monthly draw, which I do live on the last Thursday of the month in the form of a duck race, and you can win £20. So that's not bad for 99p, is it? they say, you've got to be in it to win it. Quackers, yeah. The monthly duck race where somebody wins £20. Had you been a member at Christmas, you could have walked away with, I can't remember what the jackpot was, £100 it were, I did, at Christmas for members. £100. Not bad for 99p a month. There's not many channels give that away. You'll have to wait till next Christmas for another jackpot now. In fact, Christmas Day, I think I gave £210 away on the duck races. I think Bria, that was in the chat, that's in the chat now, was one of the lucky winners, if I remember rightly. Hello, Woody, how are we doing? How's it going, Woody? I can't believe how bright the sun is here at the moment. It's that very low winter sun and it's shining right in through the core windscreen. I can't see a damn thing. I've got my visors down and everything and I still can't see a thing. Just working, that's good. I presume it's fairly early in the morning where you are, Woody. Hello, Daniel Rogers. Can I enter my Indian runner duck? You can enter whatever you want. My Indian runner duck. Excellent. Does that mean rubber duck or runner duck? Hello, Georgina Divine. Monday, March the 2nd, it's AGM for the Sedgeburgh Community First Responders. More needed. Excellent, there you go. Monday, March the 2nd. AGM for the Sedgeburgh. Are you a first responder, Georgina? Just out of interest. The Sedgeburgh Community Responders. First responders, shall I say. Excellent. Remember that. It's a shame you couldn't send me like a little advert or something, Georgina, or something, I don't know how, and I'd put it on my page, you know what I mean? I'd put it on my YouTube homepage for you, you know, some sort of, I don't know, you know what I mean, a picture, sort of, you know, a GIF or whatever you want to call them, a thing, an advert, and I'll put it on my YouTube page, on my homepage for you, and then people know about it. You know what I mean? But there goes a Glass 390 going to yeah, it's definitely Indian runner dog. Almost not. I've never what? Definitely Indian runner dog. I've had this Drake for 9 years, and he still runs around like the clappers, attacking my Staffy cross. All right, well, that's a real duck, right? Got you. Yeah, I looked, Georgina. I actually looked near your house. How much it were to stay at that railway station at Dent, but God, it's expensive. Which is not far from you, is it? Dent, not that far. You're near. Well, you're not far from sort of. Well, you're in the middle of nowhere, to be honest with you. The nearest place to you is sort of Dent, Garsgale, Cowgill, and all that lot, Barbon, and Millthrop. I've been over there quite a lot. And I would imagine when it snows, it snows. I have to run the engine for a minute, I'm freezing. I know there is a convert place near York. Near York, alright. Hello, Marcus. How are we doing? Marcus GW 1990. How's it going? Hello, Ursha Spotter. How are we doing? The Ursha Spotter. I've been to her. I know her well. Well, I don't know it well, but I've been a few times. Yeah, I remember you. Max Ambrose. I didn't remember your name, but I remembered your icon. definitely need to get some sort of car window cleaner. I can't, you know, these windows are, when sun shines at them, you can see all muck and rubbish on the inside. I have a telescopic thing, but you can't reach everywhere with it. Hello, Ashim Karaborti. How are we doing? Ashim Charaborti. How's it going? I'm just trying to clean my car windows while I'm here. The problem is I can't reach. I feel better now. I'm not going to lie, I'm in a foul mood I were for the past couple of days because of this YouTube problem. It were really bugging me. Hello, Ray Light, how are we doing? I just couldn't understand why it wasn't working right, and I was trying all sorts, and I thought I'd accidentally altered some settings somewhere, but I now realise it's just a glitch with YouTube, but it was annoying me. Was at a pub, which used to be the train station last weekend. Only stopped for a pee and a drink break. Very nice. Got a log burner and everything, yeah. I tell you what, the most magnificent train stations in this country, without a shadow of a doubt, has got to be Huddersfield. It's unbelievable. Hello, Bashkortostan, how are we doing? Hello, Quintilla, how are we doing? Yeah, if you ever go to Huddersfield, that station is magnificent. It's just something else, it is. It's just, you couldn't imagine a station like it. It's magnificent. It even has its own cat, just as a talking point. If you're ever in the northwest, West Yorkshire, probably more likely, it's worth a visit, is that, because it's a hell of a station. And it was made famous by Jeremy Clarkson when he did the thing on Top Gear about the real ale train, the real ale trail, where you get on the train at Manchester Victoria and go to Huddersfield, and at every station there's like a real ale pub, so it became a thing because of the coverage it got off Jeremy Clarkson. Oh yeah, amazing station. I was watching a series show recently which featured it. Shows, yeah, it is. There's a Sedgebird and a district. Look around. Come out once a month, right? I'm gonna have to investigate this, Georgina, and if I can find something, I'll advertise it for you. But yeah, it's magnificent in Huddersfield. I went on. I've been on that real ale trail just once, and all the stations have a quaint little pubs that sell all this real ale stuff if you're into it. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of it myself, but some people are, but it's quite nice. But as far as stations go, Huddersfield is magnificent. It's totally not what you expect. It's huge. It must be a listed building, that's for sure. Also mentioned Linton and Barnstable and their rail dog, with their rail dog. There's a Sedgeburn district look around. Come out once a month. I'll look for that, Georgina. Edgeborough and District look around. In fact, I'm going to screen grab that. And it reminds me. Anybody says anything that I need to remember, I screen grab it and save it. You can look it up online. I will do that. Exactly that. I've screen grabbed it so I can find it. Pressed the wrong button here and lost the stream. Got it. Back again. Hello Volvo, how are we doing? Huddersfield Station sounds great. A train crawl sounds great too. Yeah, it is. I did it about it's quite a good few years ago, and it was so busy, it was unbelievable. It was just after Jeremy Clarkson mentioned it on Top Gear. He mentioned it, that it was fast becoming a thing, getting the train from Manchester Victoria to Huddersfield and getting off at each station and nipping in the pubs that were at each station, you know what I mean? So when I went on it, it was absolutely heaving, and every train had police on it, keeping people in order, like, because obviously a lot of people were well and truly inebriated, and very busy. Lots of people in fancy dress and stag parties and hen parties and all that sort of business. Hello, Lawrence van der Vis, how are we doing? You know, but it took off purely because of Jeremy Clarkson mentioning it. I don't know what it's like now. I presume it's very similar, probably not as busy. But there you go. For you real ale lovers, I'm not a real ale fan, so I'm not really bothered about it. I don't like beer with bits floating in it and all that jazz. But a lot of people are well into it, aren't they? I'm more of a Bacardi and Coke person than a cloudy cider or a flipping pale ale with lumps in it. Not for me. Hello, Anderson Arvid. How are we doing? What's happening? What's happening? Waiting for a train. I'm waiting a long time. Nothing coming for a while. I'm being harassed by a child here at the moment. Yeah, the people they come and they've got. Sorry? All right. You all have real trains like we have in the US. Well, we don't have ones that are as long as yours, that is for sure. Yours are very, very long. But also, yours are very, very slow in comparison to ours. But yours are huge. You know, you're talking a couple of miles long, aren't you, some of your trains? Yeah, your freight trains are just huge. Ours are nothing like yours. You know what I mean? Our freight trains are much smaller, but a lot more frequent because obviously we're only a small island. We don't have to have huge 2 mile long freight trains. Whereas you're a huge country, you need to have massive trains, you know. The only thing is your trains are incredibly slow in comparison to ours. Hello, Marcus Antonio. Is that Antonio? Yes, Marcus Antonio, how are we doing? But I can't see the screen for its sun. The sun is so bright here at the moment, it's unbelievable. Makes sense. Freight trains by me go 75. Yeah. Yeah, I mean your freight trains are huge purely because of the amount of freight they have to carry over such a distance. Whereas ours are only short in comparison. You know. Because from one end of the country to the other it's only like it only takes you 9 hours to drive the full length of this country. You know. We have lots of freight trains, but they're usually about 30 carriages long, and that's it. But like today on a Sunday, we've only seen one this afternoon. Hello, Georgina. Can you ring me? I could have had your number. I was watching the automated Australia from really the other day. 7.3 mile. Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it. They're huge. Absolutely huge. Hello, CSXC and Rail fan. How are we doing? Hello, John T. Olson. How are we doing? Yeah, you can contact me, Georgina. The email is ibrail@mail.uk. Simple as that. ibrail@mail.uk. Mail.uk, that's all. That's the thing. ibrail@mail.uk. It's what I call me. It's my nonsense email address. I don't mind people knowing it because it's not connected to me in any way. I just use it for YouTube. Hello, Calma Union. How are we doing? Where is this? We're in the United Kingdom. Steam trains are faster than diesel. I don't know what country you're in, but they're not here, that's for sure. Hornbait Nathan. Hornbait by. Sorry, I'm struggling to read because of the sun shining on my screen. Hello, Calma Union. How are we doing? Yes, this is in the United Kingdom near Preston in Lancashire. Hornby man. Steam trains are faster than diesel. No, they're not. You have got one steam train that's faster, but that's about it. But generally speaking, no. You're saying that there is one steam train that's faster, that was faster. It's no longer faster because it's all the bits have been ripped off it. But prior to that, it was the fastest steam train in the world, and still is. Still holds the record for being the fastest steam train in the whole wide world. You know, the sun is so bright, it's like being interrogated. Class 37s are faster than Class 47s. I've no idea. I've no real idea. I don't particularly personally think they are, but that is my opinion. But I like all the old diesels, you know. Let's have what? I missed that. Let's hope a nice train. Yeah, well, I don't know what's due next. I've no idea. Sunday. It's pretty dead at the moment, unfortunately. Sadly. It's pretty dead. And the problem is I'm just struggling to see my screen because of this bright sunlight. Hello, Shillis. How we doing? It's so bright. It's unbelievable, you know. The sunlight is so bright. I would like to sit in a cab of a class where I've sat in a 47 and a 37 long time ago when I was young. I know somebody who actually owns the cab of a class 37, not the complete train. He just owns the cab. But, sun is so bright here, I can't see a thing. Oh. Yeah, that's true. 37s do sound good. There's no doubt about it. And class 40s as well, they sound good. Georgina Divine, it has been a nice picture with Dent Station in the look around with a train. Excellent. I'll have a look at that. I don't know if you got my email address. I did say it a few times, Georgina. If you want to send anything, and I'll put it on. I can post it onto my page. Hello, Lloyden. How we doing? Hello, Max and Henry. Henry's Trains. How we doing? Sorry, I'm just struggling to read because the sun's right in my face. It's unbelievable, this bright sunlight at the moment. As soon as in about 5 minutes, it'll have dipped behind the hill, but at the moment it's horrendous. So bright. Here's a train coming. I don't know what it is. It's a Pendolino. I can tell you that's going to Glasgow. What storm? Yeah, what storm? Not had any storms here. We had heavy snow last night, but it all disappeared before I got up. When I went to bed at 2:30 this morning, it was snowing like hell. And then when I got up this morning, it was totally all washed away with rain. Hello, Foscal. Is that Fos? Oh, God, okay. I mean, watch has just woke up. Struggling to read the chat. Where you got camera? It's attached to a fence with a bracket. Yeah, I've got it it's bolted to a fence with a bracket. Your best freight train. I don't have a best freight train really. Fortunately, majority up here are either class 66s, 68s, 88s, or 90s. That's the range that we get through here. Oh, and 70s as well. We get a 70 every day. We've had a 70 today actually. That's always on the train, is that? The 70. Hello, Spartan fan. Spartan, sorry. Yeah, I don't know about double-headed rail tours. I don't have best this, best that. Hello, Garrett. That was a class 331 going to Blackpool North. Yes, sometimes. We had the Royal train the other day and that was top and tailed. Hello from Surrey, BC in Canada. Excellent. How's life in Canada? No doubt you're getting plenty of snow there. That seems to be the order of the day for Canada. Your horse is coming past here now. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. How are you? At last, the sun is just going down, so I can see my screen again now. We'll be going shortly when it gets a bit darker. Good here. No snow in city, just in mountains, right. Karina Princess, I want to see the true train. Yes, we all do. There'll be one along shortly. You've just missed one. Literally 30 seconds ago. Karina, not Karina. I said Karina. It's Karina. Here's the train. And that's a Class 70 going to Horton in Ribblesdale Quarry with the empties ready to be refilled tomorrow. And that'll come back this way at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. That train. That was a Class 70. Georgina, people put lots of hard work into the look around. Look, shout out to them, please. Yes, correct. I shall have a look at this. I shall investigate this, Georgina. A big shout out to the people who work on the look around book for their efforts and their hard work. Rail around. Comments on today. Good evening. Hello, T and Tonids and Antonides, how are we doing? Antonids. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry, but YouTube displays everybody's name weird nowadays. T. Antonides. T. Antonides. Antonides or Antonides. T. Antonides. That sounds better. I'm having that. Hello from Hawaii. How are we doing in Hawaii? Well, 5 minutes, I'm going to call it a do. Because it's dead here. Hello, Paul Grecu. How are we doing? Grecu. Paul Grecu. How's it going? Hello, Russian person. How are we doing? Anek Kahab. I can't even say that because the letters are nothing like what I can read. But hello, Russian person. And here comes a Pendolino. Going very, very slowly. Anyway, people, I'm going to call it a do now and go home. And I shall catch you all on the next one, which is a good chance of it being tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up in and all that business. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thank you very much and goodbye. Bye, everybody.